In today's video, I'll be talking about the Oval Office meeting that took place in the USA, in Washington specifically, where President Cyril Ramaphosa, the President of South Africa, met the President of the USA, Donald Trump. I'm just going to react on that video. Normally, I don't do politics stuff, but I'm just going to talk about it because it involves billionaires. I mean, we saw Johan Rupert, Elon Musk, the person who has been spreading misinformation about South Africa, saying there's genocide in South Africa. White farmers, specifically Afrikaners, are being killed, and black people are just taking over their farmers and killing the Afrikaners, of which is wrong. There is crime in South Africa. It involves everyone who's living in South Africa. I do not want to lie with that one. All I can say is that as a black person, if you were watching that meeting, it was just distasteful, especially for black people. I mean, it was an embarrassment. The way Donald Trump was busy interjecting, a president of South Africa, I felt like just because he's black, he did not want to listen. Like he was ready to listen Johan Rupert, the Minister of Agriculture, John Steenhuisen. I mean, he didn't give Ramaphosa actually an opportunity to speak. He was just interjecting. The reason why I'm making this video is because I just want to say that money does give you power. We cannot deny that money gives you power. I mean, we're talking about Johan Rupert, a billionaire who was owning a lot of businesses here in South Africa. There they were begging for Trump. He was there standing, begging Donald Trump. Secondly, he was busy endorsing the Starlink, which is a company that is owned by Elon Musk. They didn't offer the old man the chair just to sit down. I really felt like South Africa was disrespected. But we're not here for that. We're here to discuss the importance of having money. It's all right that the people that have money do have influence in terms of policy making because they run businesses and they do have their own agenda. I mean, I'm talking about the very same people who are funding the political parties. I mean, the ANC has been in power for like 31 years, and I can say they have failed the country. There's high unemployment. Let's take a look at education. Public education is not really the best education compared to private education. Secondly, the Department of Health is just failing. Some other places don't have clinics. We can actually say that the ANC has actually failed. But what can we learn as black people? It does not really matter whether you are South African or you're from Zambia, Nigeria, wherever you are. I just want people to go and read the Capitalist Ngger book. It exposes a lot of things, especially about black people. We are subconsciously being trained to be poor. When you listen to black political parties, they will tell you that you need to hate the billionaires, people like Rupert, because these are the people who are very greedy. They don't want to share the economy with black people, of which I agree with that. But you cannot tell people to hate those people. I mean, Rupert alone, how many people he has had here in South Africa? There's a lot of people. Instead of complaining, what can we do? One thing for sure that we lack as black people is financial literacy. We were not taught at schools, at varsities, even at homes. It's very difficult to talk about money. Even our parents don't want to talk about money. So I suggest that black people at least try and learn about the importance of saving, the importance of budgeting, the importance of investing. I mean, we are aware of the system. I'm not happy. We need to learn about financial literacy so that we can escape poverty. I just want to share a few things about the Capitalist Ngger, the lessons that I have learned. I also made a long video here on this channel. If you're interested, after watching this video, you can go and watch that video. You'll understand why it's important as black people we need to come together and unite. We have people who are entrepreneurs, and most of them are not helping our black people. If they hire them, they're not paying them enough money, or they don't pay them. I think it's because of lack of understanding of how the money works, especially with black people. Every time when they have money, they want to move to suburbs. They want to buy luxury cars. Let's talk about the triple BE thing. It's not helping everyone. It's only helping very, very few people. Some of the tenderpreneurs don't have money today. I'm talking about the people who got tenders back then when Jacob Zuma was the president. There are a few individuals who got tenders, who were millionaires. Today they have absolutely nothing. And it's such a disgrace that we don't want to learn about financial management. I mean, these entrepreneurs are running away. They don't want to pay taxes. They are robbing people. We cannot really every day come here and blame the likes of Rupert's, your Oppenheimers. We cannot always blame them. We also need to blame the government. The government has failed to empower black people, period. 31 years later, we are still talking about unemployment. We've got crime. Things are actually getting worse. So that is why I wish that everybody can read that book, because it talks about how black people are consumers. We like consuming everything. We don't like to invest. We don't like to save. We don't like to create our own businesses. I mean, even if black people have their own businesses, they neglect their customers. It's very difficult to support them. I mean, we like supporting your luxury cars. I'm talking about your BMWs, your Maybachs, all those expensive cars. Let's talk about the Capital Bank. I know I was very young when the Capital Bank started. It was selling shares, and the price per share, I think it was around 3 Rand or something like that. But today it's 1,000 and something. Can you imagine at that time? I think it was 2005 or 2003 when that bank started. Imagine if you had the knowledge about financial literacy, you would have bought those shares 3 Rand. I mean, that's nothing. They are worth 1,000 and something. Can you imagine if you bought those shares at that time? But it's not too late, guys. I feel like there's a lot that we can do as black people, especially now. The information is free. You can get it on internet. That book talks about how black people don't like investing and starting their own companies. They don't want to take accountability. It's always blaming other people, other races. There's a lot that you can learn from Jews. That group was excluded, but today they're wealthy. And even if we have businesses, can we try and support each other? Even those people who are doing business, especially black people, need to respect their customers, understand their needs, try and learn more about marketing, how they can actually improve their businesses. If we can learn to support each other, I mean, there's a lot of us. There's a lot of black people in Africa. There's no way that if your business is successful, look at Portia M. Her business is thriving. I'm pretty sure she understands the financial side of her business. There's also Batu sneakers. Those sneakers are also doing very well. If we stop complaining and start doing something and think about how can we win back the tech shops. Now, people who are owning tech shops are national foreigners, the Somalians and people from Pakistan. Because back then, during apartheid, black people were owning those tech shops and no one really died. It was never reported that there were children who died because they ate food from sponsor shops. Basically, what I'm trying to say, we need to stop buying expired food from those shops. Once you stop buying from these people, they will actually see that they are no longer making profits. Just go and read that book. It's thought provoking. At first, I didn't want to read that book, especially the first chapter is talking about why he doesn't have an issue about being called the Negro or the nigger. As the word that is offensive, but you will learn a lot. Another thing that we need to do is to start to learn about personal finance. When somebody is talking about budgeting, you need to understand how much are you making. It's not really about how much you are making. It's about how much you can keep. Are you saving? Do you know your expenses each and every month? You know, stuff like that. Learn about investing, about starting your own business, how you can actually thrive when you're starting your own small business, and how you can use social media to market your business. You need to learn how to manage your debt, because a lot of us are drowning in debts. We don't know how to manage debts. We don't know how to use the credit card. You need to be very disciplined if you want to use credit card. We shouldn't fear credit card because it's the money that doesn't have interest. If we can learn how to use the credit card in order to make more money. I know the subject is boring. People like entertainment. Please, guys, go and watch that video where I'm talking about the lessons that I've learned on the Capitalist Ngger book. Try to get that copy and read that book. It's still relevant even today, even if you have nothing, and try to instill the culture of reading. Reading is very important, especially financial literacy books, so that you can understand how the money works. That's all I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you got the message. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, please like this video, subscribe, and share it if you have found any value in this video. Bye.